It may surprise or even shock you to hear what I'm about to say, but if you're seeing this video right now, it's no accident. You might believe you've missed a prime chance, something you still regret losing, but as a chosen one, that opportunity you thought was lost is about to circle back in a stunning way. Yes, the golden door is about to open for you once again. Before we break down how and why, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment 77 below to send a powerful signal to the universe. Replay this message as often as your spirit nudges you. If you're truly among the chosen, you'll stay until the very end. If not, you'll likely leave before these truths sink in. Chapter 1. Revisiting the door you thought was closed. It's common for chosen individuals to feel that they've lost a significant chance in the past. Maybe a relationship, a career opening, or a creative project you never pursued. Over time, you might have concluded that the window shut and your shot at success or happiness vanished with it. People you meet every day could reinforce that idea, saying things like, "Opportunities don't come twice," or "You should have seized it then." Yet as a chosen soul, you sense this lingering spark, a conviction that the door isn't locked forever. Why? Why does this feeling persist? Because the watchers, those unseen spiritual orchestrators, have a habit of revisiting missed calls, especially if your heart remains aligned and the mission behind that opportunity is still valid. It's possible that back then, you lacked maturity, resources, or self-belief. The watchers may have allowed you to walk away not as punishment, but as preparation. They needed to shape your character further, ensuring that when the door reappeared, you'd be ready to stride in confidently, not timidly. Think of those times you almost typed that job application or nearly asked for that second chance with someone who truly saw you. The watchers took note, logging your genuine desire and the circumstances that prevented you from moving forward. Instead of slamming that door forever, they stored it for a future moment, like a cosmic library booking your reservation for a date you never expected. Now that moment is drawing near, and the watchers are confirming you haven't missed your boat. In truth, you were never behind schedule. The watchers were merely timing your readiness with the opportunity's perfect season. This reemergence also ties into the concept of destiny. For chosen ones, certain opportunities are not random. They're part of the grand tapestry you're meant to fulfill. If missing a chance would sabotage a key portion of that tapestry, the watchers will spin the threads again, reweaving the scenario so you can re-encounter it. It might look different on the surface, like a different company but the same job function, or a renewed romance in an unexpected context. But spiritually, it's the same golden door waiting for a yes. But be clear, the watchers won't reserve the chance exactly as it was. The second iteration might demand a deeper faith or sharper skills. Perhaps the environment is more challenging, testing your new capabilities. The watchers want to confirm you're not just passively waiting for a dream to drop into your lap. You've evolved. So if you notice the door reappearing with a twist, that's your cue. You're not a novice this time, but a seasoned soul who's gleaned lessons from the past. If anything, you're more primed than ever to harness the opportunity's full potential. Hence, revisiting the door you once saw closed is about redemption and growth. You're not doomed by a past no, nor forever haunted by regrets. The watchers are about to offer a renewed yes, and all they ask is that you approach it with the maturity, humility, and resolve that your journey since then has cultivated. Once you do, that door swings wide open, unveiling a new chapter in your chosen destiny, one you thought had slipped away but was, in reality, only deferred, never denied. Chapter 2. Why God is returning this opportunity to you. It's easy to wonder, why would God or the universe bother giving me another shot? Don't they move on if we miss our cue? People you meet every day might even tell you, life rarely hands out second chances. Yet for chosen ones, the watchers see your heart and your future in ways beyond your current scope. If a particular path or door is integral to your spiritual purpose, they won't abandon it simply because you weren't ready the first time. They'll reintroduce it when the conditions align. One reason this opportunity is coming back is that your internal shifts demanded more time. Initially, you might not have had the courage, skill, or self-assurance to maximize what the door offered. The Watchers allowed you space to develop those traits. During that interval, you faced tests, maybe heartbreak, a financial squeeze, or a demanding project. Each test sharpened you, forging resilience and teaching you accountability. Now God sees you've reached the level of spiritual readiness, so the Watchers orchestrate circumstances for the door to reappear, confident you won't squander it this round. Another factor is that certain blessings serve multiple destinies. Your acceptance of an opportunity might benefit not just you, but a community, a collective mission, or even global endeavors you'll eventually spearhead. The Watchers realize that letting that door remain closed would deprive others of the impact you were meant to deliver. They orchestrate second chances to ensure the tapestry of connected fates remains intact. Sometimes it's not just about you, it's about countless lives intersecting with yours once you step through that door. Moreover, God's grace transcends the idea of one strike and you're out. The Watchers look at your intention, not just your past track record. If they perceive genuine remorse for missing the chance and a renewed commitment to seize it if it returned, they respond with compassion. This isn't about coddling illusions, but recognizing sincere transformation. They'd rather see a chosen soul flourish than remain shackled by regret. So they reconfigure events so you can redeem that dream. Also, the Watchers might have intervened earlier to shield you from a scenario that wasn't ripe. Perhaps the environment or people involved needed more time to grow. If you'd forced it, the entire venture might have collapsed, harming your spirit or delaying your progress. Now that external factors have matured, the Watchers consider the timing ideal. This ensures synergy on both sides. You're ready, and so are the conditions. Finally, by returning the opportunity, God demonstrates a hallmark of divine love: redemption. The Watchers want to show you that no dream is irretrievable if it aligns with your destiny. Missing one window didn't brand you as a failure or remove the Watchers' favor. Instead, your life's purpose remains, with the Watchers continuously orchestrating for your ultimate good. Embrace this reappearance as proof that grace isn't a one-time event, but a living, dynamic force. God wouldn't bring it back if it wasn't meant to flourish this time. So let the cynics speculate. You, chosen one, understand that second chances often sparkle even brighter than the first. Chapter 3. Your heart's desire never left God's plan. Sometimes you harbor a dream so intimate, so woven into your soul, that you fear it may have expired after a misstep or missed opportunity. People you meet every day might say, if it was meant to be, it would have happened by now, breeding the suspicion that perhaps you drifted beyond the Watcher's coverage. Yet as a chosen one, you sense that your heart's desire lingers within God's plan, never lost, simply awaiting the proper time to manifest. That longing that won't fade is no random yearning. It's a spiritual imprint, a calling engraved into your very existence. Every time you tried to bury it, telling yourself to grow up or settle, the Watchers quietly restored your passion, reminding you it's not just a whim. If the Watchers placed that desire in you, it was never meant to vanish into oblivion. Instead, it stayed dormant like a seed in winter, waiting for conditions ripe enough to sprout. Hence, if your dream once reared its head and slipped away, it's not because God revoked it. Often it's because the Watchers saw aspects of your life or external factors were unprepared to sustain the dream's growth. Ponder how many times an artist yearned to share their talent, but the marketplace or personal stability wasn't aligned yet. That doesn't kill the dream, it merely postpones the unveiling. Meanwhile, you accumulate experiences, some pleasant, some painful, that refine your character, ensuring that when your dream reemerges, you are quick to nurture and protect it. Moreover, consider the Watcher's perspective. They see the broad tapestry, not just your single thread. If fulfilling your heart's desire requires certain individuals or events to line up, the Watchers choreograph that alignment. It's possible you needed to cross paths with a mentor, or a key resource wasn't yet accessible. Once all pieces stand in place, the Watchers unlock the door anew. That's why your dream reapproaches at a moment that feels improbable, but strangely perfect, like a puzzle piece clicking effortlessly. Another dimension is that your dream might have evolved since it first surfaced. While once you imagined a certain version, life's lessons transformed your vision into something deeper or broader. The Watchers adapt to your growth. They won't serve an outdated concept if your soul has upgraded. So though it's the same dream, it reappears with new textures and more advanced possibilities. You might be startled to see how it surpasses your original plan. Therefore, recognizing that your heart's desire never left God's plan frees you from the narrative of too late. You're not chasing a ghost. You're stepping back into a storyline that was paused, not canceled. The Watchers safeguarded that dream, refining it while refining you. As it re-enters your life, you'll notice it feels more aligned than ever. If cynics claim you're living in the past, you can smile, knowing you're living in synergy with the present that was destined to circle back. Each beat of your heart affirms, this was meant for me, still is, and always will be. And so you move forward, prepared to embrace the re-emerged opportunity with wisdom gleaned from every detour and heartbreak along the way. Chapter 4. Overcoming the fear of repeating mistakes. Even as you see hints of a second opportunity rising, you may be haunted by the memory of how you missed it the first time. The Watchers reveal the door again, yet part of you worries. What if I mess it up again? People you meet every day might casually say, history repeats itself, feeding anxiety that you're destined to replicate old errors. But as a chosen one, you understand that your journey is not a closed loop. Your growth ensures a new outcome if you choose differently. Remember, you're no longer the person you were. The heartbreak, regret, or disappointment from the past shaped you into someone more self-aware. Perhaps your biggest mistake was indecision, allowing fear or external opinions to paralyze you. Or maybe you squandered the opportunity through haste or complacency. Regardless, those errors provided the Watchers with data on how best to refine your character. Today, you stand with deeper insight, better instincts, and improved resilience. Repeating the same blunder demands ignoring all you've learned, and that's unlikely for someone who's embraced a chosen identity. Still, caution is healthy. Let your memory of past mistakes serve as a gentle checkpoint, not a crippling phobia. If you lost an investment or missed a career leap, examine the root cause. Was it poor research, lack of confidence, or inadequate preparation? This time, address that factor head-on. Do the necessary research. Gather support from mentors and ensure you're psychologically primed. People might accuse you of overthinking, but you know you're applying the wisdom gleaned from your last attempt. Additionally, keep your spiritual support system robust. The Watchers may send you intuitive nudges or introduce you to allies who can guide you. Trusting your gut can be your secret weapon against repeating old missteps. If something feels eerily reminiscent of a prior pitfall, heed that caution. On the other hand, if your spirit says, it's different now, dare to proceed, remembering you hold the power to rewrite the outcome. Another angle is resisting the urge to self-sabotage. Sometimes fear of disappointment makes you sabotage potential success. Reasoning, if I fail early, it's less painful than failing after giving my all. But as a chosen one, half-hearted attempts don't align with your call. You're meant to invest fully, even if risk lingers. The Watchers rarely reward timidity, but they often bless bold faith. Overcoming the fear of repeating mistakes requires trusting that you're more equipped and that you have a cosmic safety net if you remain prayerful and attentive. Ultimately, each moment stands unique. The Watchers have orchestrated new conditions and a new you. The second chance doesn't unfold under the same circumstances as before, so treat it as a fresh, playing field. People might stick labels, thinking your past performance predicts your future, but they don't grasp the Watcher's capacity to sculpt your growth or realign circumstances in your favor. You can step forward confidently, acknowledging your lessons while boldly transcending them. Repeating mistakes isn't your fate unless you cling to old mindsets, and you've outgrown those, forging the path for a different, victorious narrative this time around. Chapter 5. Stepping into your power. When the door reopens, when that golden opportunity resurfaces, the Watchers expect more than a timid knock. They want you to stride in with the self-assurance that you've earned through trials and reflection. People you meet every day might say, don't be too eager, play it cool. But as a chosen one, you sense that half-heartedness doesn't honor the divine orchestration behind the second chance. Stepping into your power doesn't mean arrogance. It means recognizing you've been prepared for precisely this moment. One practical approach is to gather your resources, skills, networks, and inner convictions, and map out how you'll engage once the door opens. If it's a job you missed before, update your portfolio and sharpen your pitch. If it's a personal connection you lost, show up with emotional clarity and genuine commitment. The watchers see these preparations as a sign you truly value the door's reappearance, that you're not going to let it slip by again. This active readiness also calms your nerves, letting you greet the chance with focus, not frantic uncertainty. Simultaneously, stay receptive to divine nudges. Even though the watchers are presenting this chance, they might tweak the details. Perhaps new partners or additional responsibilities accompany the opportunity. Keep your spirit flexible, listening for signs, like a heightened gut feeling when you talk to a particular person, or a sense of peace about taking an unconventional route. People might brand these choices risky, but you know the watchers often reward a little risk if it aligns with deeper intuition. Let their guidance refine your approach, ensuring you navigate complexity smoothly. Stepping into your power also calls for unwavering boundaries. If this opportunity involves others who once undermined you, clarify how you'll proceed. You're not naive about old dynamics. If you re-encounter a boss who took advantage of your kindness, set new terms that safeguard your interests. Similarly, if an ex or old collaborator returns, outline respectful guidelines for communication or collaboration. The watchers want you to reclaim the door while refusing to repeat past dynamics that drained you, and do not shy from celebrating small victories as you progress. Each step you take, like setting up a fruitful meeting or finalizing a beneficial contract, signals momentum. People might caution, don't celebrate too soon. But as a chosen one, you realize that celebrating in increments fuels your energy. This is not about gloating. It's about reinforcing positivity and gratitude, which draws further blessings. The watchers see your joy as a sign of faith, galvanizing them to keep orchestrating for you. Ultimately, stepping into your power means owning the truth that you're a different person now. The watchers aren't giving you a rerun for old times' sake. They're giving you a fresh stage to perform with new skill and conviction. What once felt too large or intimidating now matches your growth perfectly. You can stand at the threshold not as an anxious hopeful, but as a confident participant in your divine destiny. In this posture, the door won't just crack open. It'll swing wide, inviting you to claim the opportunity you thought was gone, but that God always intended for you to have. Chapter 6. Celebrating early and igniting your momentum. The moment you sense that golden opportunity approaching, don't wait for the final paperwork or handshake to unleash your celebration. People you meet every day might say, don't jinx it, or warn that you could be counting your chickens too soon. But as a chosen one, you recognize the power of early celebration and igniting unstoppable momentum. This isn't blind optimism. It's a strategic act of faith that declares, I'm already aligned with success. Celebrating early doesn't demand extravagant parties. It might be as simple as journaling gratitude for the re-emerged chance or sharing your excitement with a trusted confidant who supports your vision. This celebratory energy shifts your mindset from waiting to receiving. Instead of staring at the calendar, you become an active participant in your blessings' arrival. The watchers appreciate that posture and manage their own unwavering certainty in your destiny. Yet early celebration doesn't mean ignoring prudent steps. If it's a business deal, you still gather data and finalize details. If it's a rekindled relationship, you continue honest dialogue and boundaries. Celebration is about emotional readiness, not recklessness. By proclaiming your joy in advance, you keep your spirit open and excited rather than anxious. This vibe lubricates each interaction, turning negotiations or discussions into more fluid events because your confidence radiates calm positivity. Another benefit of early celebration is the contagious effect on allies. Those who walk with you sense your enthusiasm and rally to your cause. Maybe a mentor steps up with extra guidance, or a friend volunteers resources to smooth the path. People are drawn to a rising star, and your celebratory aura signals that something vague is indeed brewing. The watchers orchestrate these supportive responses, amplifying the synergy that catapults you toward your second chance triumph. Of course, be discerning about sharing your celebration with everyone. Some might respond with cynicism or envy, draining your momentum. Identify those who thrive on positivity, who can rejoice with you sincerely rather than sow doubt. By keeping your circle curated, your celebration remains a wellspring of encouragement, not an arena for naysayers to cast shadows. The watchers often highlight who's safe to confide in. Perhaps you feel an intuitive warmth around certain individuals, while others leave you tense. Follow those cues. Lastly, celebrating early fosters resilience if unexpected delays arise. Suppose final confirmations stretch out. Instead of plunging into despair, you remain anchored in the celebratory spirit. This unwavering belief can expedite the watcher's alignment. They see your unwavering gratitude and interpret it as readiness to persevere. Sometimes that positivity unblocks stagnation or signals to potential partners that you're confident and prepared, closing deals or bridging gaps that seemed insurmountable. Thus, early celebration is less about boasting and more about fueling your journey with an energy that affirms, I trust this second chance is real and imminent. Each day you maintain that energy, the watchers intensify the cosmic synergy. You shift from waiting to co-creating, your faith shimmering in your every step. People might label it premature, but once your golden moment fully lands and you stride through the door with calm assurance, they'll realize your early celebration was, in fact, prophecy in action. Chapter 7. Entering the next chapter. Unapologetically. Now that you're on the brink of re-engaging with the once lost opportunity, you're called to step forward unapologetically, refusing to tiptoe or hide your renewed passion. True humility acknowledges that your gifts are divine in origin, while self-diminishment contradicts every sign pointing to your readiness. By returning to this dream or calling, you affirm, I belong here. Your unapologetic stance becomes a testament to your growth. Any warnings from others to stay humble or avoid appearing too eager reflect a misunderstanding of humility. You're merely allowing your authentic self to shine, confident that the watcher's approval suggests you've evolved in perseverance and skill. No longer bound by old narratives of lack, you can embrace this second chance wholeheartedly. If you once feared your resources or talent were insufficient, remember how life has reintroduced the dream in a more expansive form. Being unapologetic also means dropping people-pleasing habits. You owe no elaborate defenses to skeptics who question your merit. Instead, your results, passion, and divine affirmations speak volumes. This isn't arrogance. It's refusing to shrink under the weight of others' doubts. Some will deem your re-entry abrupt or brazen, preferring you remain as they once labeled you. Yet the watchers see beyond their discomfort, knowing your boldness is key to fulfilling a greater plan. In the future, you won't regret any half-hearted approach. Instead, you'll remember pouring all your readiness into this re-entry, letting no timidity hold you back. New challenges may arise, but you'll surmount them with the same unwavering confidence that guided you here. Often, that steadfastness unlocks further expansions, creating a chain reaction of blessings because you dared to claim what was reoffered. Ultimately, entering this chapter unapologetically declares to the watchers and everyone else that you won't let fear or past regrets derail your next endeavor, inspiring others to believe that no chance is truly lost if their spirit and destiny deem it vital.